Welcome to PUBG Playbook. In this episode, we take a look at some of the early game decisions made by teams competing at the PUBG Global Championship. So buckle up and enjoy the ride, because we are going on a rotation. One of the many skills you need to master to call yourself a top-tier PUBG team is efficient movement around the map, what we like to call rotating. OGN Enters Ace got off to an impressive start in the group stages, bringing home a chicken dinner in their very first game of the tournament. This was heavily influenced by the way they moved around early on. On the team, Joy is the main lookout, and he's tasked with gathering information on what locations are available in the nearby area. With his 8x scope, we see him look towards shelter. He sees no enemy vehicles and no movement, which indicates that the area is most likely clear. Information is then shared with the teammates, and once the circle is revealed and forcing them in that direction, the rotation follows immediately after. Upon arrival, Enters Ace quickly establishes a safe zone, taking control of one of the shelter entrances. This allows for Joy and Ryan to push up to an elevated position and once again scout forward. Joy looks towards a guard tower to the southeast and can see that no one is there, which means that getting to that spot should be doable. That's only half the journey though. He and the team wants the following tower further towards the center, but getting to that one won't be easy, as there is a team positioned in the nearby compound. So in order to get all the way there, they would have to do a wide rotation around the compound and up past the free guard tower to avoid being shot at while driving. And that's exactly what they do. Once the circle pops, the two teammates who stayed back at the shelter immediately jump into their vehicle and move towards the tower while Joy and Ryan cover them. Once they have passed the compound, it's Joy and Ryan's turn to move, and with suppressing fire from their teammates, all four make it to the central position, which, with a few more fortunate circles going in that direction, ends up becoming a game-winning rotation.
That's going to be OGN Enters Ace walking away with 8 kills and the first round of PGC.
As effective as rotating towards the center of the circle may be, it's not always as simple as it may seem. Here, Armory Gaming on Miramar lands in the power grid area. This is a central position on the map that often allows the team looting there to also play a central position in the early circles. In this game of the group stages though, reaching the center turned out to be quite a bit tougher than Armory Gaming's Dogmans would have wanted it to be. As the team land, they see the circle pop to their southeast, and Dogmans immediately sets off to try and get a central position for him and his team. While in theory, the early push towards the center seems like a fairly simple rotation, there's a key factor that makes this an error with fatal consequences. And that's the fact that by the time Dogmans gets into his vehicle and starts rotating, the teams landing in and around Chumacera will have landed as well, and the time that he spends driving, they will spend picking up weapons. So while the idea of rotating to the center early was good, the timing of the rotation and not knowing where the enemy team was positioned turned out to be the missed intel that caused the death of the team captain. These were just two examples from the group stages of the PUBG Global Championship. Good rotations can make or break a team, but keep in mind that no one is forcing teams to push towards the center of circles. As a matter of fact, many teams prefer lurking around on the edges close to that blue wall of death. So keep an eye out for moving vehicles every time you watch PUBG, as every rotation, well, it could be a win in the making. See you next time, where we'll be taking a closer look at what happens in the mid game. Until then, I'm Toby, and thanks for watching PUBG Playbook.